Well, hello and welcome to Lori's craftingplace.blogspot.com. So glad that you could join me today. We're going to make a video and it's by Iced Images and it's called a tuck and reveal card. And this is what the card looks like folded up. And this is I think it's like a 5.5 by 7. It's a big card. And then you open it up and you have this side over here and this with these little tube things. And I just love it. I think it turned out so nice. And like I said, then you just fold it up. So we're gonna make this one. And I will have another video after I make this one. I'm going to do a video on a smaller version of the tuck and reveal. So let's get started. And some of the papers I'm using with these is called Flowers for Every Season, and they're 6x6 papers. It's an old pack by Stampin' Up that had a lot of beautiful flowers in here. They're just gorgeous flowers. So anyways, that's what I'm using. And so let me get this out here. I will have all the dimensions in the bottom of the description box down there. So let me find my bone folder. So I'm going to need that, or my little scraper that I use as a bone folder. And let me run through these real quick. This is a 5x7, and she called this a landscape, the tuck and reveal card. And the base, which is this piece right here, is a 5, and you can see hopefully you can see I've written on there, it's a 5x11 piece, and we're going to have to do some scoring on this. So let me just do that as we go here. I think that might work better. I'll just get my scoreboard out here. And so I'm going to be putting you down here where you can see what I'm doing. And let's see, let's go like this. So we have the score board here, and I'm going to use the bone folder that's inside of it. And so what we want to do, first of all, is take this 5x11, and with the 11-inch at the top, oh, there it is at the top. Did you see that? I'll turn you this way a little better. We're going to score at 7 inches. So we'll score it at 7 inches. That's all that we need to do on that one. Then we're going to take a piece that measures 5x10. And with the 10-inch at the top, now we're going to score at 1 inch. There's 1 inch. And at 3 inches. 3 inches. Okay, that's going to give us that. And then we need a piece. Let's see if I can get all these out of here. We're going to need a piece that is 3x7, so it's 3 inches by 7, and I believe it's with the 7-inch at the top. We're going to score at 1 3/4, so 1 3/4, and we're going to score at 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and at 5 1/4. And that's gonna, oops, let me get it all the way down. And that's gonna give us a little rectangle here, 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 and here. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. The next piece is a 2 inch by 4 1/2. And with the 4.5 at the top, we're going to score 1 inch at 3 inches and at 4 inches. And then we've got our scores, and here's a little one, and then this one, then we have a square right here. Okay, and then our next piece is going to be a 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. And with the 3 3/4 at the top, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then we're going to score at 2 3/4. And then we're going to score at 3 1/4. Okay, and that's going to give us 2 little ones over here. A rectangle here and another little one over here. Whoops, sorry. Kind of getting out of my frame here. And that's it for the white pieces. So let's get those going. Then we'll get to the other ones, the double-sided paper and stuff in a second. So let's get these all folded up. So this one here is going to get folded. Let me think here. And this one I think goes this way. Oops, let's make sure we get it straight on here. That still did not get straight. There, that's better. Okay, so we got that piece folded, which is this piece back here, right here. Okay, and then we have the next piece, which was our 5 by 10, and we're going to fold this one now. We're going to fold this one valley, make sure we're getting it even, and then mountain. Okay, so we've got a valley and we've got a mountain here. And then what we're going to do with this is going to get glued inside of here, and then that becomes our card. So we're going to take some glue and we're going to put it on the back of this. I'm going to get my art glitter glue. That's what it looks like that I use. And we're going to put glue on the back of here. And then we're going to stick that inside here. We're going to butt it up against this fold. See where the fold is right there? We're going to butt that up so you can have it up like this so that you can make sure that you're getting it right in there and lining it up. Making sure that it's all lined up. Okay, then I'm going to take and just kind of burnish this down. There, and we've got this so far. So we have. Now, what I want to do, put the lid back on this. Now I want to take some paper for my background, and I'm thinking here of what color I want to use. This is a nice big piece, but I don't think it's gonna fit. So let me see. I think what I want is a piece of this, which is kind of a coral piece. So what I'm going to do is lay it in here like this. And then I'm going to use my pencil, whatever I did with my pencil. It's over here. Get that pencil out. And I'm going to mark it right here. Is where I'm going to come to. And right about here. And then we'll cut that. Sorry, I didn't have this part already pre-done for you. But that just takes a second. Cut that to right about there. I'll come back down here. Hopefully that's going to go all the way over. Yep, it did. Okay, so we're going to put this piece back here. So we'll take some more glue. And we'll put glue on here. Make sure I get it on the edges here. And making sure that we have a border around here and not to go over your score lines. And then we'll just burnish that down. Get some of that glue up in that corner. Put that back on there. And now what we can do is we can make these little boxes that are going to go in here. So we're going to take this one first. And we're going to do these all mountain folds. So we're just going to fold it on the score lines so that we end up with this. Okay, and then let's go ahead and we'll take the next one and let's do it. We're going to do this one again. Mountain fold. And then we have this piece, which is going to go like that. You can see that, how it'll go. And then we'll have, whoops, I keep going over there to that piece. Then we're going to have this one, we're going to do mountain. So we'll have two on this side. And then we'll have one on this end. Okay, so it'll go like this. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this one. And let me see what I did. That's exactly what I did. We're going to take this one and we're going to put glue. Let me see. I'm going to put glue on the outer pieces. So I'll put glue on this piece here. And glue on this piece here. And we're going to fold this in half. And I want to make sure that I get this even again. Which isn't quite even there. Let's see. Well, we can figure that out when we get it. So we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to take it. And where this folds, we're going to stick it right in there. Making sure that we have right in there. And then we're going to mash that down, and there's our first little box. Okay, I gotta bring you still more this way. Okay, so there's our first little box. Very, very easy. Then we're going to take this one here, and we're going to, let me take a peek at mine. we're going to put some glue on this piece here. Well, let's do this one here first. We're going to put some glue on the back side of this one right here. And it's going to go, you're going to put it right. Can you see that where I'm sticking it? I'm sticking it right up next to this one. And I'm going to come down on that, like that. And this one, I'm going to put some glue on this piece right here. And I'm going to go like that. Push that one down. And then we have the second box. See? Okay. We're just going to let that all kind of meld there for a minute. And then we're going to take the last one here, and we're going to put some glue on this tab and some on this tab right there. And we're going to butt this one up against this one. Let's see. Right there. Fold that one under. Fold that one down. Sure I got that even. And then we have our next box. So there's our boxes. And of course, when you close it, it'll go like that. Okay, so now, and I think they're pretty much dry. Let me get a piece of Kleenex here to clean that glue off. And we'll start decorating it. So I'm thinking, let's see if I put that on there. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to use, that's a little bit too small, but I like this green one. So I'm thinking we might put the green one right here. And it has these on the other side. I don't know why my camera is so cuckoo today. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is lay this on here. And then I'm going to come over to about here. And come up to about here. And we'll cut that up. We're going to need these scraps here. Let's see, let's come down here. Like I said, I like this green. And where did I make that other little line? Might use that one too. Where is that line? Is that it? Hard to tell if that's a pencil mark or not, but I think it is. And we're going to put that off. We may use that one again too. So hopefully I didn't cut too much off. No, that's perfect. We'll take this again, put some glue on this side. And we'll stick this down here. And smash that down. Oh, I like that. I like that with that color. I think it's pretty. Okay, and then we're going to have some let's see, maybe we can take some of that and put it on these. So see, we have this little piece left, and I think that'll fit right in there. So I'm going to cut it right about there. So I could get my scissors, but I think I'm gonna do this way. I can see where I made that pencil mark. Where did I make that pencil mark? There it is. Alrighty. Now you can use tape, you can use glue, whatever you want to stick yours down with. I just prefer to use glue because I know it's gonna stick. So I'm gonna stick that in there like that, making sure I've got it. There's that one. Okay, and then this one here, we're going to use a piece of this peachy one. Peachy, whatever color it is. And I'm going to cut this off right here. That's the piece I want. And we want it to be, this little square piece is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. That might be a little too small. So let's get this out and cut this down to 1 3/4. By 1 3/4. And that's what we're going to do with this one. And stick it in there. So we need some more glue. Put that in there. Put that back on. I'm going to kind of set it in there. And then I'm going to lay it down and then smash it down. There we are. Make sure I don't have any glue sticking there. There's that side. Now I think I'm going to use this again. And so this one, let's see. I think I'm going to go, I'm going to make it a little darker so I can see it. And I think I'll go right here. Let's make that one a little darker so I can see it too. I got the light coming in. I always tend to make these when I have all my morning sunshine in here. And then it's hard to see. Okay, so we got that one. And then this one is right there. So I'm coming down the bottom. I need a new blade, and I don't know where I'm gonna get one. So I'm really thinking seriously about getting me a new paper trimmer so that I can get blades for it that are not outrageously priced. So, okay, this one's gonna go right here. Let's stick that in there. And I'll lay that one down. It's got a little bit of white showing. That's good. Okay, there we are so far. And I could put, I'm thinking of putting, I can use this piece here probably. Yeah, that would work. So I'm thinking of maybe putting this on here. So let's lay that down so we can see how far I want it to go. And I'm just thinking I want to use this color. I do have some pretty paper over here that we're going to cover the outside with, but let's just do this right now. Hopefully that's gonna work. Let's see here how we got. Yeah, I'm really fraying because of needing a new blade. Okay, yep, I think that's gonna work. So let's get some glue on here. And let's lay that down. Stick that right in there like that. There we are. So there is the inside of our card. And you see that? I think it looks pretty. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I didn't put anything on this side, that's okay. Because I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a piece of this, which I think is really, really pretty. I might put a piece of that over there too. We're gonna take this one and let's see. I think this one will work. I'll have quite a bit of edge around it, but that's all right. And we're gonna come down to right about here. Okay, we're gonna put that one on the outside. So let's put that one right there. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's put some, let's see, goes this direction. Make sure you get it on the right, facing the right direction. Some glue. Whoa, not way down there. Kind of went crazy there. Let's get that off the side. I don't want it on the side there. Okay, now we'll bring this back in and making sure we have the same amount on all the sides. We'll lay that down. I think that's pretty. Okay, that's really pretty. Then we're going to take a piece of this, and I think I need it a little wider than that. So let's take this. I'm going to open this up so that I can get it right where I want it. And we're going to cut it right about here and right about here. Okay, so that's one way to do it. I will have the measurements, like I said, for you in the description box. Take that one, that off of there, and we'll put this one right here. Whoops, I moved it. I don't want to do that. Okay, now let's see if we can get this over here on this side. Take that off. Go down and around. Okay. Then we'll take it and lay it in here, making sure we've got it just right. And I don't have to put anything there. I could stick another little piece right there if I wanted to. But you know what? I think I want to. So I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to use my scissors this time to just cut across here. Put some glue on this one. And then stick this one right in here. Just because I thought it would be fun to do that. Okay, so there's our card. Like this, open it up. This pops up. Close it. And then we've got this, which I think is pretty. So I hope you like that one. It didn't take us too long to do that. And I'm going to put my lid back on this because it dries rather quickly. So here was the original card. There. And then here's the one we just did. Right here. And then we open it up. You got those boxes, which is called a tuck and reveal card. And then what I wanted to do was to make a smaller version, and this is the next one that I will do. And so it does close up also. And then you open it, or you could even tuck it behind there and do that. So we're going to be making that one next. So stick around and come back. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos, hit the notification bell and subscribe if you haven't done that. So thank you so much and happy creating. Bye.